Hello everybody, welcome back to He Is Coming. Today we're going to do Kingmaker. We're going to take out the Swampland set because in this bundle we have the Dry Blade, and if your previous weapon had all 3 oils, upgrade this weapon. I have not seen the result of that yet, though I suspect it's this. Soaked Blade, turn start, gain 2 additional strikes, but I've never played with it, so we're going to take out these guys and see what we can do. Thank you to everybody. It'll be about a week ago by the time this comes around, but I did a community post explaining that I had been through a breakup of my 9-year-long relationship and how my headspace wasn't exactly perfect, and as such I was making more mistakes and things, and I appreciate everybody being so nice in the comments of that. But for right now, we're going to try and do our best, and that's all we can do, and I hope you guys enjoy the journey along the way. I just want oils. So you know what? Take me to something that's just hopefully far away. And the further we have to travel, the more likely we are to find at least an oil as we pass by stuff. What's this guy doing? Your max health is always 1. 10 damage. Okay, so we need a couple of cherries or something. Riptide at turn end, remove and take 5. They're going to have a bunch of thorns. A fly has just landed on my head and is annoying. Yeah, there's a farm here, so let's go see the farmer. That's good if I can make a combo in a minute. I'll take some armor. I'll hold that for a second. Cherries? No cherries. Ugh. Alright, give me another one of these, and then I have not found a golem yet. I would love to right now. There's an oil. Start me off here. Put that there so we get the purity before the clear spring. There's a horse all the way over there. Every one of these that we see, every chest that we open when we don't need more stuff, or we have no more inventory space, is unideal. There's a second one of those. That's nice going. Let's go touch this. And then this guy will take me to a golem. And I will see another farmer. About no cherries. Jeez. Well, we can take the 10 hit. Then we just need to do 3 damage back. It's not great though, is it? A book isn't going to help us right now, so I'm not even going to touch it. Oh, God. I suspect there's something interesting in here, but I can't quite tell what biome that is. We're just going to have to hope our armor and health can see us through this, I think. I don't think I'm getting back to that golem today, unfortunately. Which is a shame. Do we live? Do we not? Uncertain. Oh, he's stunned. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Well. That makes that so much easier. Alright, combine those together, and where do we want to go? We could take a book. I'm not that enthralled by a book. Let's check who our next guy is. Pacifist staff with a lot of armor and 2 muscle potions. Okay. I'm going to go see what this is all about. If nothing else, it's good learning. Oh, the Arcanomancer. The interesting book stuff. You have exactly one tome trigger that triggers one additional time. That'll start half of the countdowns for the rest of battle. Reset countdowns after they trigger. Give me half of countdowns, and then take me to this book. Three turns, 20 acid. 3 turns, 3 stun. 4 turns, 10 Riptide. Riptide can go double. Start me with the stun one, but I will take more books if you want to offer them. Game. Our health is fine. So we've got time to trawl around graveyards for interesting things. Wounded, stun the enemy for 1 turn. Symphony. If you have 0 base armor, no. You're above 50% health, lose 3 health, gain 1 attack. Also, no. There's a teleporter over there. We might as well touch our further boundary, and then we can go up to that book. Pass on those. I think we can do the lap round to this scrying stone as well. Oh, super mega golem. Don't mind if I do. That's not far. Okay, where was I going to go? There's a book, one of these two, I guess. Yeah. Countdown 8, gain 50 max health. Countdown 10, gain 10 attack. Countdown 5. Countdown 6, trigger all your other tomes. Honestly, I like the idea of this a lot. And if we can get more tomes by the time more stuff happens, I'll be grateful for it. I don't know if we make it to Super Mega Golem, but we might as well try. Do I want an egg? I'll put an egg in this spot for a second. That's our last oil. So now we can look for this other weapon. Do I want to change either of these? Doing Knight's armor, because we'd have to find Squire's armor, is probably the play. So that's now 16 and... Is it going to go up again? Yeah, upgrades after you defeat the next boss. So that'll be humongous in a minute, I hope. Let's go touch this. And then let's do the fight. And then if we come out injured, we can step into the fire and heal before the new day starts. Do I want to try and get this egg going? I'll start half your countdown. So 3 turns, he'll be stunned for 3. And then 3 turns later, he'll be stunned for another 3. Do I want to try and get this hatched? Well, you have armor, temporarily gain 2 attack. That puts us at 5 with 1 stun. I think we don't need this right now. So that's the first stun. We get through 2 turns. They get 3 more stun. And then after that 3 stun, they get 3 more stun. And our little egg is hatched. Turn start, deal 1 damage and restore 1 health. And we do not need the healing. Who's our next guy? Turn start, gain 1 additional strike. A lot of purity and a lot of removal of purity. Remove 1 purity, gain 5 armor 2, gain 6 armor. Exposed and wounded decrease round status by 2. That will get rid of some of the stun we put on them, which is unideal. What do I want? So we want to look for weapon pits, because half the point of being here was to look for the weapon that changes after you have 3 oils, because that is within our item set. First of all, I'm going to do the rest of this region just to see if it has any books available. Now I need a golem. Because we can get a diamond one of these. Do we not see a golem in this vicinity? I guess not. Oh, there's one right there. Alright, well. I'm going to free up a whole bunch of extra space. Beautiful. How far back is it south to get to this region? Well, we can go to here and travel south. Get some other item boxes, chests, and such. Alright, it doesn't look like there are any free books here. A shame, but understandable. Got loads of money. This is 246. We have 5. If I could find another Clear Spring Watermelon, I'd be super happy about it. Not any of those. Another golem. Not that we have anything to trade in right now. Right, there's weapon piles around here. That's also intriguing. I should have known that because I could see these chopped down trees here, but it's fine. Show me piles of weapons. Game. No dry blade here. I'm not going to change anything. Turn start. If the enemy is stunned, gain 2 additional strikes. Hold on. We would lose the 3 oils we've got. We can go back and get them again. But the enemy is going to be stunned so much. I think it's worth making this change right now. Oh, can I get to this guy before this fight? Probably not. No, but hopefully we can survive our pivot here. Well, the extra strike they get is going to negate our extra strike until we get them down to 3, because the extra strike will then keep them down stunned to 1. Or that can happen. But unless something drastic happens, they are out of here. We can grab this back. Can't strike. Turn start, deal 1 damage, increase damage by 2 for each equipped tome. That's a problem, because now our stun doesn't help. Sheesh, what a way to ruin my progress. Let's go see our neighborhood shopkeeper. See what they might have to say about business. Exposed, gain armor equal to base armor. I mean, I could pivot again, you know? I could pivot again. Turn start, if you have less attack than speed, gain 1. Give enemy acid equal to half your speed. Wounded, 3 regen. Exposed, gain armor equal to your base armor. I think that's so worth it right now. Now we want to go around and do the oils again. which is going to mean we're not going to cover a lot of ground. I can't deny it. Maybe this edge will be better for us than the stun one was. Right there. Not giving us anything that is going to be... Oh, wait. No, because we want the purity of our own. Of course we do. Okay. Start me there. I know we're retreading a lot more ground than we necessarily should, but we have 2 goals in mind for the current run. Surviving and also seeing if we can do this weapon. And I'm fine splitting my energies to try and do interesting things. Obviously, more base armor now is additionally valuable to us. Whenever Riptide triggers, gain 2 armor. Expose, stun the enemy for a turn. Symphony stuff. Gain 1 purity every other turn. There's definitely worse things. There's an arcane wand of our own if we wanted it. We've got 2 books right now. Deal 1 damage, increase the damage by 2 for each tome equipped. Now, we'd lose out on the value we have from our diamond helmets and stuff, so I'm not super sold on that. Let's throw that in instead of the fish. If you have any status effects, spend 1 speed to decrease a random status effect by 1. If you have more speed than armor, stun the enemy for 2 turns. If you have armor, restore 2 health. Oh, it's the dry blade. I mean, I kind of feel like we owe it to ourselves. We have all 3 oils. Obviously, the chainmail sword is great, but we're learning new things, so. Soaked blade. Turn start, gain 2 additional strikes. And that is turn start, not battle start. So, that's incredibly good. And it retained our edge and our oils, which is super interesting. So by the time we get a load of this purity going, then that'll be really interesting. If you have any status effects, spend 1 speed to decrease a random status effect by 1. I think I'd rather have this than this, but I'd also really like to get our melon to diamond if I could. So this traveling merchant is good. We will try and remember that. But right now, I just want a watermelon and basically nothing else. Fish, not it. This would be 1 attack every turn, which would almost be faster than the attack from Purity. You know what, stick that in there, and if we find another one of those before we find the other stuff that we might consider, then we'll see how we do. We've still got 35 armor. Okay, there's that. So this instead of this, and then we want to find an golem immediately. There's one right there. Where is the potion dude when you need him? So that's 2 attack every turn. Seems wildly broken, but hey, it's my weapon, not my enemy's, so how much do I not care? What do you have for sale? First turn you're on, hit effects trigger 1 additional time. That would be great if we had some poison teeth, considering we're going to hit them 3 times in the first turn and then the extra. But, you know, there's still time. I hope we can act faster than they can. Seven, 14, 21. Not quite, but the turn after. Oh no, we did make it. Okay, who we got? Whenever you restore 3 or more health, gain 1 attack. Last start, gain 1 additional strike. Wounded, restore 5 health, gain 5 thorns. 3 of those is rough for us. Max health. Spend 50% of your current max health to that amount of armor. First time the enemy becomes wounded, trigger all of your wounded items. Well, if we're wounded, we're basically dead. So, there's that. First turn, restore full health for each damage dealt by strikes. This is where the stun edge might really come into its own. If we wanted to loop back around to it. If we want to do that, we should think about doing it sooner rather than later, I guess. There's one watermelon. A little too late, unfortunately. Right, where is that first edge we landed? It's this one, right? Yeah. Right, we'll try and take a slightly offbeat path to see if we can find more stuff we want by the time we get there. This does intrigue me. There is another watermelon. What do I get rid of for said watermelon? A great question. Probably the teeth. Right, take me to golem. Can you take me to a fresh golem, sir? Has to shop and a cauldron. Right, I did want to get to that stun edge. But here we are. Take me to a cemetery. Why not? Maybe we find another book that I like the look of. We are faster than our opponent, unfortunately. What is giving us speed? It's our oil. We can't get rid of the oil, which is a bummer. Well, we'll take and hold that, because we can. Are you going to show me a book? Is this Honey? Or who is it? Hag? Mushroom Queen. It's not really what I'm after either. Do I get to see your... No, I don't get to see your inventory because we passed you by so fast. Alright. I really do want that stun, though. You had something interesting, didn't you? No, you did not. This one? Yes. Closest teleporter. Further than I'd like at this point, honestly. This was... That's not even the one with unhit effects. Lose 5 health, gain 15 armor. We can't really do that on 10 health. Doesn't really work out in our favor, I think. Alright. Take the stun. You're at full health. Yeah, I'll take one of these instead of one of those. Now... Oh, these maps get so big. Was it this trader? No. One of these bargaining huts, I think, had your on-hit effects go twice. But right now is not the time to worry about it, I guess. So we should think about prioritizing it, only because if we get through this fight, we get another turn or another set of turns to keep working on ourselves, another day. So maybe I should spend a few steps now prioritizing getting to near that hut, whichever one it was. So, cannot seem to find... Oh, is it this one? Yeah. Alright, we'll come to here. And see if we can win. However this fight's going to go. It's going to depend on when their thorns kick in, I think. And how close we are to killing them immediately when the thorns rock around. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, I didn't think about that happening then. It's exactly the wrong amount of armor and health. That's such a bummer, dude. Damn. Damn Dratton Blast. Alright, yeah, I biffed on that last item at the end, which is a damn shame, but we kept it going between all the other encounters, and we got to find out what the Soaked Blade does, which seems incredibly strong for future potential for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.